In 2013, the salesmen with the NTR Metals office in Miami are flying high. In that year alone, Samer Barrage and his salesmen import nearly $1 billion in gold from Peru.
Heroes of the company. They could do no wrong.
That was just the work of 3 individuals. It made no sense that they were bringing in that much.
I went down there with them probably 25 times. Did we party? Yes. We went to Machu Picchu. We went to Playa Asia. We went to the sand dunes.
Far from the exotic sights of South America, the NTR gold is shipped to a refinery deep in the North American heartland called the Ohio Precious Metals Plant, or OPM.
They would package it and ship it to Jackson, Ohio, where the gold, which was about 60, 70, 80% pure, was then refined to 99.999% pure and turned into gold bars.
These were OPM. They're stamped Ohio Precious Metals. I would say each of these is about 35,000.
It's something which was special. You know, the plant is probably less than a half mile from my house, you know, and you'd see a Brinks truck go by the house. You just didn't think anything about it.
Jackson is a small town in the southern part of the state near the Ohio River.
Like many Appalachia communities, it has a very strong resilience.
I love all the people there, but that is a very, very, very economically depressed area of the country.
At its height, the OPM plant employs about 200 people. It's a significant economic engine for this town of just over 6,000 residents.
It was a fantastic opportunity for people in that community.
Refining billions of dollars in gold is big business for the refinery. Before they combined forces with NTR in 2012, the Ohio plant mostly focused on scrap gold.
When NTR merged with OPM, it introduced all of this mine gold, which is very pure. And that's when OPM really ramped up.
But just where did all this new product come from? How did the NTR Metals office in Miami secure this much gold?
Illicit proceeds of narcotics trafficking were behind this.
Federal authorities say organized crime is NTR's most reliable source of the precious metal.
In Latin America, right where the narcotics trafficking is happening, you have criminal elements controlling the gold mine.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. They want it moved. The narcos want it moved. They want their money laundered. And then the illicit mines keep cranking out gold.
And then if you add to that refineries in the U.S. whose sole purpose and motivation is buying as much gold as possible, you have the perfect storm.
Most of the gold NTR buys comes from sources known as gold collectors. The name is purposefully vague.
Gold collectors is a term that's used in the industry when gold is being purchased from someone who's in turn purchasing it from sources unknown.
While some gold collectors are legit, many are often front companies for criminal organizations.
We'd see one company exporting $100 million of gold one month after never having exported gold before, and all of a sudden it would disappear and never export gold again.
Court documents allege that the 3 NTR salesmen are hooked up with gold collectors by a man named Pedro David Perez Miranda, AKA Peter Ferrari.
Peter Ferrari at that time had a reputation in the press for being a well-known money launderer.
He's a gangster. Peter Ferrari is a powerful man in the business of gold.
Oscar Castilla is a journalist with the Peruvian investigative news outlet ojopublico.com.
Peter Ferrari es conocido por todo.
Peter Ferrari is known to all producers, and they knock on his door to see if he can sell them gold.
So that raised red flags, because the question was, why would they be buying gold from somebody with this reputation?
NTR, like other gold importers, is required to have a compliance officer who handles anti-money laundering, or AML, requirements.
Compliance is glorified due diligence.
Tom Raffanello is a former compliance officer for a South Florida rival of NTR. He's also the former special agent in charge of the Drug Enforcement Agency in Miami.
Due diligence means knowing who you're doing business with. Who is he? How does he derive his funds? Does he play by the rules?
According to court documents, in August 2012, a Ferrari-connected business promises to deliver 5,000 ounces of gold a week to NTR, a multi-million-dollar bonanza. But Elemental's compliance officer rejects the proposed deal.
And he gave them good advice, and he's a good investigator. He did his work, and he told them to stay away.
The compliance officer emails Samer Barrage and at least 4 Elemental executives, saying criminal gold mining is a problem in Peru and that they need to be extremely careful. The government specifically cites the email in court papers. The feds say his warning is ignored.
Companies, especially greedy companies, tend to have what we call a willful blindness. They're not following through on what the compliance officer says.
They need to make sure that the gold they're buying is not coming from criminal activities. These guys and Elemental were not doing that.
The NTR salesmen don't appear to hide their relationship with Ferrari.
It was alleged in the criminal complaint that actually Granda, Barrage, and Rodriguez all met Peter Ferrari at a birthday party in Peru in 2013.
The fact that they went to the birthday party, I think that speaks for itself.
Situated at the western edge of the Amazon rainforest, the Peruvian region of Madre de Dios is an ecological marvel. It's studied by biologists from around the world.
A great biodiversity of species in the rivers, in the air, in the land, the plants, the jungle.
In addition to its biodiversity, the Madre de Dios region is known for something else. The feds say the region is the primary source of NTR's gold.
We suspect that a large portion of the gold was coming from Peru. Many of these mines are in the middle of the rainforest. There aren't even roads to where this is occurring.
Here, illegal gold can be more lucrative than the drug trade.
There are occasions where narcotic traffickers, after a few rounds of laundering their proceeds through gold, dropped narcotics trafficking and just simply started dealing in illegal gold mining because it was more profitable.
A kilo of cocaine in the jungle is $2,500. A kilo of gold is $30,000 to $40,000. What would you rather move?
The illegal mining camps are a magnet for criminal activity.
Well, it's the indigenous people that were really affected and taken advantage of. You know, there were slaves, basically.
Sex trafficking springs up, miners to work in these mines. If you have any heart or care about anything, these people are being hurt down there.
Mercury is used to separate the gold from the ore. Exposure to the heavy metal can cause brain damage, kidney failure, and even death. Workers often handle the deadly substance with their bare hands and feet.
La gente es pobre.
The people are poor, and they need the money to eat. That's why they do it. That's why they put themselves at risk by being in contact with mercury. For them, between eating and touching mercury, they prefer to eat. Stacy Keach here, feeling greedy for more videos like this one? Then be sure to like and subscribe right here on CNBC Prime.